So we are back again with an update after my Chasing Sky Ghost video was released. And while my main plan was to release the encounter video next, there were a lot of interesting discoveries after I released it. And so I felt it prudent to kind of cover some of the material that I found. And the latest discovery is that these 5 triangular craft that I've enhanced and pulled out of a still frame of the video on the Sky Ghost video, it turns out there was a sighting of 5 triangular craft over, I think it's Eglin Air Force Base in Ohio, and immediately caught my eye. Similar shape, size, clustering together, the 3 and the 2 kind of caught my eye real quick, and I was like, ooh, I've seen that before. Where have I seen that? I believe this video was released sometime in April. Of course, my content's been way before that, so I only released it recently, but this image right here, this is a while ago. Then we're going to go to the cube thing. So every single one of these videos, I have tracked down something on the internet. This photo is actually taken right on the Oriental Bridge, I believe January 6th of this year, 2026. And I'm not really going to mark up or point out the obvious, but this is like right there. And I've just never seen that. This clip I grabbed off of TikTok. I was doing a keyword search and came up. I thought it was interesting. I don't want to say that I know it's real or it's fake, but it looks pretty dramatic. There's so much CGI and AI stuff out there. This clip is taken out of Secure Team 10, I think. And this clip is actually on the older side. It's either 6 or 10 years old. There's been a lot of cube activity apparently all over the place. The last one caught on one of the solar observatory satellites. And I was pulling some NASA footage off of this Casper guy's channel. And there's an interesting capture with NASA, of course, always cutting the feed or doing something as soon as something interesting comes up. And there's been other examples of solar activity that are very strange. The one I'm familiar with is the sphere, the plasma ball that was hanging off the limb of the sun, actually on the other side of the sun. This shows the cube on the right side, but I was just doing a keyword search just to see, how common this was, and there are cubes out there. Of course, the most famous cube being, I believe, in Mecca. Something that's out there, whether it's the cube UFOs or the triangular, or this turns out that critter right there I tracked down is a TR5A. It's a cousin to the TR3B, but it is one high performance mofo. I'm gonna cover that a little bit in depth. What I'm looking at here is the tail section and what looks to be a definite nose, or the front of the aircraft versus the back of the aircraft. And so there's some release stuff. I mean, a lot of it's amazing artist conceptions and whatnot, but I have a feeling a lot of it is rooted in truth. And it just seems like we're in this full age of disclosure. I don't want to get into any of the missing scientists or any of the dead people that are active or were active in the UFO thing or related. I'll leave that to other channels. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just strictly dwelling on the content that I personally generated, I witnessed, I put together, I edited, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, look at that, look at that. There's a lot of this stuff. So I don't want to say my stuff's not original, but there's stuff this is not new. A lot of these critters have been around for a very long time. This is a famous painting known as the Madonna UFO, and it's a painting in Italy, painted by 2 Italian painters. I was on X. I'm not really on X much. In fact, I'm not really on social media much at all, but I am familiar with this painting in that it shows what looks to be a UFO. And of course, like certain things that are out of place, they showed this UFO, what I was not familiar with was that there's actually some jellyfish UFOs in this painting. There's a couple of guys that have really done a deep dive on this, and I was completely taken back. And I was like, wow, like, that's crazy. The only jellyfish UFOs I've seen was the ones that were caught on military infrared over Iraq or Syria or something. And it looked like, I don't want to say B-roll, I mean, it looked pretty impressive, but it looked like B-roll from a Transformers movie or something. And I was like, wow, okay. And then, of course, you can see the clouds appear to be cloaked or imaging some jellyfish hiding behind the clouds there. So I don't know. I really just am taken back at all this stuff in one spot. I mean, it seems statistically impossible, but I'm guessing there was some really big meeting last summer. And I would love to know the details. What is unique about my footage is that it's all showed up for the party, which kind of blows me away. I would have been happy with just one capture, but it seems like I had every single kind of shape of UFO that has been recorded. Everything from the Tic Tac to the manta rays to these TR3Bs, and it's a big rabbit hole you can go down very quickly. Mr. B's channel the other day, and just happened to pop up about a strange sighting in, of all places, Kazakhstan. So this looks like the bridge of a ship in the portal in front of the cube UFO, the large cube. And I don't know, this looks pretty wild. Like, the bridge of the ship is having trouble staying cloaked. There's a lot of plasma around the edges of it. And this footage, when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I bet you that's the bridge of the ship in the portal. Again, this is recent. It's like all coming together all at once. It's like I released this because I figured they're going to release the 46 UFO UAP videos. And of course, that date came and went. And I just, I love how the algorithm works. They just turn around and show you stuff that it's like, hey, we found this and we found that. And this stuff's dropping in my feed. And I'm like, copy paste. It's pretty wild. I was not expecting to see anything other than the stuff I had put up, and now all of a sudden I'm like, wow, that looks familiar. So this stuff is out there, guys. The questions I have ultimately are, why is our area here between Oriental and Arapahoe and Havelock and Pamlico County and Pamlico Sound and the Neuse River like ground zero for all this? If you asked me a few years ago if this was a hot spot, I would have told you no. A lot of folks see military training over in the BT bombing ranges and stuff, and they get a few beers in them or whatever, and they're like, oh my god, it's aliens. And it's just night ops or tracer rounds or parachutes and flares and stuff. But ever since I started flying, there's been stuff you've seen. Any pilot will tell you this. Out of the corner of your eye, you see things. The frequency, however, has really gone off the charts. And I think around the world, we're really due for something impressive.